Hey there. Today is the 21st of January 2022. I am on Highway 95 in Oregon, headed north on my way to Idaho. So I've got this short little stint through Oregon before bouncing back in to Idaho, and yeah, I just decided I might as well turn the old camera on and share with you guys a little bit of the adventure. Just now started snowing, and not familiar with this road. It's, this section certainly is new to me, so we're going to ride her out and
follow the course of the road.
So, the good thing about this road is it's deserted for the most part, and the bad thing about this road is it's deserted. So, kind of a mixed bag. Get some of this stuff shut down so it's not yelling and making a bunch of noise at me. I know where I'm going. I don't need to have that thing yapping at me. So far, not really slick, but I am quite certain it's gonna get. So we're just gonna take it easy. I'm not in a massive hurry, but I did want to cover 600 miles today, so I'm gonna make every effort to do that safely. Seems to be shaking a lot here. Just see how it does. It's been a good run coming up California. Went up through the Sierra Nevadas in between. Mountain range that runs along mostly along California there, and the other range that was mostly in Nevada. There's a long valley through there that it had some really gorgeous parts to it there, even though it's mostly desert-like. It's interesting to be in there with mountaintop on either side of you with snow on it, and then you're down in the bottom where it's, yesterday, a good part of the day it was 40-45 degrees, so relatively warm. But now we're up a little higher in elevation and certainly higher in latitude, so we're now at 25 degrees. First moisture I've had in 2 days. Actually, no, more like 4 days. First real moisture I had. Of course, it doesn't look like it's going to be much. I had been seeing stars, and then I started looking out and I didn't see it. I thought, oh, we might have a little weather going on. I haven't been tracking the weather like I normally do. Maybe complacency to a certain extent, but I think also just I knew I was taking this route, and whatever was to come was to come. I have to deal with it. So there we go. Right now we just got kind of light powder on the roadway and nothing big. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the speed a little bit. I have no issues with traction. So it is still snowing. It's kind of hard to see, but try and actively keep the windshield clear. Look at this, no traffic. frankly, I really enjoy these 2-lane roads like this, cutting across where you can see 20 miles, one big straight line, but you're going up and downhill. You're not just on the plains. This is a lot of up and down, which you can see for miles and miles and miles. And it's just with that kind of end caps being mountains on either side, just really was a nice view. And then in California, of course, went past Mount Whitney, which is the highest mountain in CONUS, continental U.S. At 14,000. It used to be, when I was a kid, it's 14,494 feet. Now it's 14,500 and something. They changed the height on it, but it grew. Grew in the 40 years that I had experience being around Mount Whitney. Gorgeous views. Would have taken some shots, but in hindsight, I guess I could have done a short little video in there. Keep the wipers going. I highly doubt I'm going to have any type of road maintenance in here at all. Looking at the map, I see a couple high places. There's at least 1 or 2 passes in here. Right now I have no cell service at all. If I got in trouble, I would have, looks like I got satellite without any trouble, so. I could at least notify him, nothing else. Out here, sometimes the hills can creep up on you. Cruising along, I see now you're going slower and slower. Not using cruise control for obvious reasons. Say a little bit of fog mixed in here. It's coming down in that one. Still okay with the high beam. Glad to see the markers that are raised here, anticipating heavier snow, deeper snow. There's not much on the side of the road here. A few inches. I'm sure it drifts like crazy though, like it does out in the plains. it looks like a truck with its four ways. Not ready to chain up by any scope of the imagination. Summited. I think it said 5,900 feet elevation. I won't drive this like I do Colorado and Utah, just because I'm not familiar with it. GPS is indicating that it's gradual turns and whatnot up here, but without being able to see it, I'm hesitant. And it doesn't hurt. I'm on a good schedule. I like it when I'm not pressured on time.
Way station 30.0 miles ahead.
We'll be crossing the border before long. Just test the brakes a little bit and see. I got good traction still. Just one crack on the windshield makes me hesitant to put a lot of heat on the defrost. We're at 27 degrees, so it's not real cold. Seems to me that center line rumble strip is off. It's not, I'm sure. I think maybe they only did a single swipe with the plow here. Looks like that's what it is. Got a single swipe. These he's not cutting and he's not putting any sand or anything down. Just need to put this right wheel right on the edge of where his plow didn't push. I don't see him putting anything down. I just saw what might have been mag chloride back there a little bit, but looks like almost nothing now. Colorado, they'll put that down before a storm even comes in. If they can, of course. Alright, now I got a straightaway ahead again. This is always bad because your visibility gets shot while he's pushing snow. It's like a long straightaway. This is where being familiar with the road makes a big difference. He's slowing down. You don't typically do that. Sorry, dude. Forgot about my headlights. Now it feels more properly placed. Man, there's like no tracks in front of me. It's always a little disconcerting. I do have traffic coming the other way, so that's a positive thing. No wind really. I can cruise along at a decent pace like this. Like they have sand to put down. I'm sure it's not fun being like the only plow out here. I don't know, I guess I could get on the website and see if Oregon does like Colorado and I think Wyoming does it. I know Nebraska does, where they actually show you where the plows are real time or within a couple of minutes. Now that looks like they laid down something, mag chloride maybe. Probably not salt. Don't see salt back west here very often. salt on stuff like this, though, it would have it broke down completely. It's really good at clearing the road and really hard on cars. Probably make good money if you had a car wash set up concentrated on undercarriages. Just put clean water on it. The problem is that in the wintertime, you put water on there and it's going to freeze. Had that happen where, you know, my parking brake froze up on me because I got water up underneath it. Had that happen before. You learn not to use it if you can help it. Yeah, they laid something down. But most of it's like right on the rumble strip. I don't particularly want to sit on that all day. These LED lights on these Volvos seem to, I don't see them having a heating element in them. That's one thing in the military we discovered pretty quickly when we went to LED, that they didn't put off any heat, so your headlights would get covered and there'd be nothing to melt it off. So they started putting heating elements in them. I don't see that on these commercial trucks, but I haven't had a real problem with getting covered with snow too badly. Partly it's the angle of the headlight. It's not just a flat-on headlight like most military vehicles are. But I think they probably do put off a little bit of heat. But I know they're LED, which does not put out heat by itself. So they must have something in there to raise that temperature a little bit. The old incandescents. So the boy was like, I'm just keeping my headlights on. I haven't even screwed you. It's starting to creep up on me. I wasn't paying attention. Thank you, sir. Or man. It's hard to make that decision when to go from high beam down to low beam sometimes. It's got to be coming down pretty dang hard for there to be a need to go to low beam. But that's where on my 4Runner, I've got auxiliary lights that can turn amber if I need them to. And amber does seem to work a little bit. I wouldn't say it's like a cure-all by any stretch, but I guess you take what you can take. I think we've been dropping elevation a bit. I don't have my, I'm not set up right now to get an altimeter, but in this kind of country, it is a good idea to be tracking your altitude because it will give you an idea what to expect.
All right, yeah, it's on hammer bright.
Just not willing to go a whole lot faster, not knowing the roads. Looking at GPS and it's straight as a freaking arrow. It's really tempting. Completely you can trust that, but I just want to stay in the scope of my high beams, not overrun them. These stretches out here are just arrow straight road. It just blows my mind. You know, guy from Colorado, you get turns everywhere. It's different. You don't have these long stretches of straightaways very often. This just goes for miles and miles and miles. Seems to be letting up a little bit. I need to get cameras set up so that I can get shots of behind me. That can be mesmerizing. You can't sit there and watch it for too long with the snow blowing and curling up behind you and somebody else's headlights as they're trying to get around me. Of course, I'm speeding up a little bit because the conditions are getting better. We're stuck to 65 in Oregon. So I guess I'll just hold her there. Still going downhill. I sit back here real close. So if you're going to pass me, I suggest you back off a little bit so you can see, and then go for it. It's not like you can't see for fucking, excuse me. Can't see for 20 dang miles down. Yes, I can be a bit of a verbal paraplegic. Well, that looks like the end of that, at least for now, so I'm going to shut her down. Appreciate you guys hanging with me, listening to me babble on. Hopefully it was worthwhile. So, have a great day, evening, whatever it is where you're at, and we'll catch you later. Thanks for riding along.